Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a good evening at tmdorset. Sorry I couldn't be there. Thank you for Mike for organising it all. My name's Chris White and I'm an assistant head teacher at Poole High School. Unfortunately I'm in the middle of a job interview at the moment, so it's very difficult for me to get away. So I've made this little video about Padlet for Learning. So what is Padlet for Learning? Well, Padlet is simply a website, www.padlet.com. And it's free to use, and I've used it extensively with my classes, and I'd just like to show you a few of the features. So if I just zoom out here and go onto the home screen, all you have to do is go to the Padlet website. If you type Padlet into Google, you'll find it, and they say we give you a blank wall and you can put anything you want on it anywhere, and that really is as simple as it is. So if you imagine a physical wall with a set of post-it notes, it's a little bit like that, but obviously in the digital world. And I've used this extensively to share things with my students and for them to work their lessons from. So if I just go to an example, here's one. I'm a physics teacher, so my year 12 students a few weeks ago were doing about quantum physics, about electron diffraction, and so you just simply click on the wall and up comes a sticky. So for example, if I go back to here and I click on make a new wall, which is just up here, it makes me a brand new wall, and I can just simply double click and make a new sticky. So let's say, for example, I call this one a physics, if I spell it right, and it is great. Okay, so there's my sticky, and I can add to the sticky a link to a website. So let's say, for example, I find a really good resource for the students. I can put it on there. I can upload a file, which of course they can then download, a little bit like from a website. And also I can take photo from a webcam if I please. So going back to the one that I did earlier, I've got my lesson objectives down here, various pictures of things that are relevant in the lesson. You click on the sticky. So for example, this top one here shows them the electron diffraction setup, and so on. You can also embed YouTube videos, very easy to do. Just simply paste the link. So for example, this one here, this is a chap in Australia doing exactly the same experiment we did in class, so this is specifically for them to go back and revise and remind themselves of what happened. There's loads of stuff out there on YouTube that you can use for your students, a small clip of something or other. But one of the best things about this, as well as doing the lesson on this and having this for them in the classroom, is for them to collaborate as well. You can see that one of my students here is obviously wearing a zebra mask for some reason, but has linked his ideas about what electrons do when they go through a double slit, and Sophie down here, also another student, has said what she thinks about it. She has also posted this video from YouTube that she found interesting and wanted to share with the rest of the students. So it's a very interactive environment, and one thing that we've been doing this week is we've been auditing our knowledge, and so if I go to well, actually last week's wall, you can see here that the students, let's zoom out a little bit, you can see that the students have posted their strengths and weaknesses of the topic, and of course this has helped us to do some nice assessment for learning in class and to teach each other and so on and so forth. All well and good, this is great. So the students can access this at home, they can add to it, they can change things if you give them permission to, of course. But one of the great things about this is it's completely free. There's no logins. You can post a link to any student in an email. It's very easy to do. And down the side here, you can modify your wall. You can change the URL address rather. You can pick something that's memorable for them to use. You can change the privacy, so you can have it password protected. You can have something that they have to type in before they can get into it. So if you really did want to password protect it, you could. If you're worried about them posting unsuitable things on the wall, you can change the backgrounds and so on. You can customize it very easily. But for me, the important thing here is this button here about exporting. So I can share it via Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and so on and so forth. And I can embed it if I've got a blog or some other website in it. I can embed the wall in that using this code. The one I use the most is this one here, is exporting the PDF. Now if I just click on that and just click back to the wall, it's now downloading it. You can't see see that's doing that in the background. And obviously after the lesson, or a couple of weeks after the lesson, or even before the lesson, students can go on and they can export this PDF, and I'll just bring up the file, and you can see that it puts it into a really nice format. You've got the main title at the top, learning objectives, all the knowledge they need to know, links to websites and so on, the bits that they've put on the wall, all the information that is part of the lesson, and of course that they can print that out and they can scribble on it and do whatever it is they need to do. So I've been using Padlet now for about 2 years. I've used it for Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5, and if anybody wants to share any of my walls, if there's any physics teachers out there that want to have a little look at what I do, here's the few walls that I've authored over the last sort of 24 months that I've been using it. And of course you can augment what you've done before and update it, put new links on, all that kind of thing. I've even got some links to my Dropbox, public bit of my Dropbox, so that students can get certain files off the wall if they need them, revision and all that kind of thing. Really useful little tool that on the web. So my Twitter handle, if you want to get in touch with me, is @AngelFoodMusic. They're on the screen there. Have a go at Padlet, see if you can get the students involved in it. They do like sticking their thoughts on the wall, and of course you've got a record of it. And if you want to get in contact with me at the school, I'm assistant head teacher, easy to find me on our website. And if you want to talk about physics or Padlet, then you'll be very welcome. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.